Hi, I'm seasonal surf from Aurora, Ontario, Canada, and my business is Getting Tipsy Sculpted Gel Nails. And I'd like to welcome you to my first new YouTube video and to my new YouTube channel. The idea came to me to see if, in fact, it might be worth sharing some of my struggles with others who may be facing similar challenges like my own. My story may initially be a little bit different from yours because I started my nail journey after retiring from teaching, but there I think our stories are quite similar. This job is a lot harder than I thought it was going to be, but I really love it. My future videos will share some of my challenges as well as watch me work sessions so you can see what a newbie looks like. And if anything, it may be entertaining, but I'm hoping we can share experiences and that you'll find this helpful, especially if you're just getting started in the nail industry. Today, I'm going to do something a little bit different. There are two nail techs from Canada who started a nail tag challenge, so I thought that would be good for my first YouTube video. First person is Sara, Sara's Nail Secrets, Talia's Nail Tales. These are two well-known, both in Canada and beyond our borders, each of whom I follow for their amazing work and their videos. Another great tech from Canada, whose name is Zena Johnson from Awaken Nail Salon and Spa, also posted her video tag. And I'll post all three links of their videos so you can have a look at their responses and their videos as well. So let's get right to it. At the end, I'll tag a few nail techs to see if they want to participate. This isn't also just for Canadian techs. Let's find some others out there who want to share their stories and talk about some of today's issues. So let's start. Question 1. How long have you been in the nail industry and what inspired you to be a part of it? Well, I've only been in the nail industry just a little over 2 years. I had been getting my nails done, however, for years, and the last 5 or so became really painful salon experiences. So what motivated me, and that's actually going to be a topic for another video, but let's just say I was very frustrated and this led me to want to be doing my own nails. I went on eBay and I got some stuff and I started to do my own nails, but I was finding it wasn't as easy as I thought it was going to be. So I decided to look for a nail course. That's what led me to become a professional certified nail tech. My course was terrible, but that would be another video called Nail School Horror Stories. So, question 2. Have you ever wanted to give up? What made you change your mind? And any advice to others who are struggling? The answer very easily is yes, many times. Other nail techs who told me I was better than I thought were probably the inspiration that made me want to change my mind. In fact, I was going to be posting on my social media that I was leaving the industry in May of this year, and I reached out to one of my mentors and friends, and she decided that, no, I'm not letting you leave. And after quite a lengthy discussion with her, she convinced me to stay and that she would mentor me. Shortly after that, another great tech reached out to me and offered to help me as well. So I've never looked back, and great things are beginning to happen. And if I was to advise somebody who's going through that now, number 1 is surround yourself with support. Find a nail buddy. I just recently found one. Put in the time and keep going. Don't stop. You can achieve if you believe. I know it's cheesy, but it's true. My YouTube channel is going to be all about this and the struggles that we find ourselves in as new nail techs. If I can do it, so can you. You don't have to be the best at everything. Just be willing to learn and to practice lots. Question 3, what part of doing nails has been the biggest struggle to master, and what has been your strongest point? I'm still fairly new, but there's been a lot of struggles. So I guess that's why I'm doing this YouTube channel. Some of my biggest have been, though, believe it or not, well, maybe you will believe it, is my age. I really got into my head and I thought maybe I was too old to do this because it's a really young industry. If I went to nail events, would anybody talk to me? Would they want to be my friends? Would clients want to come to somebody who was a little older? So that was a big issue. Practical issues as far as being a nail tech were things like shaping, form placement, gel application, gel polish application, and French application. I'm working very hard at these areas, and I'm now enrolled in a 4-week shaping course. I'm taking another one in November, and I'm taking a French class then too. I guess my strongest would be my work ethic. When I decide I have a goal and I want to do something, I try not to let anything stop in my way. I'm going to talk about why I wanted to leave the business, because I think that there's some issues in there that I don't want to talk about now, but I will talk in another video. And I'd say probably my enthusiasm. I'm a little bit nutty, and you combine all that with my passion and my persistence. I guess I'm like the ever-ready bunny, and I just keep going. So I think that's helped me a lot. I think it's all about persistence. Question 4. What is your biggest inspiration who is your biggest inspiration in the nail industry, and why and how do they inspire you? Well, quack, 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 the Ugly Duckling Girls. They are all fantastic, especially Christina Kronk. They're all equally fantastic, but I have been working with her particularly. She's my mentor, my friend, my inspiration, and a little bit of my nail crush, all in one. Those girls are very generous with their time and their support, and they're always uplifting. They never knock people down in an industry that can be filled with jealousy and one-upmanship. They are really remarkable. Also, Kirsty Meekin from Zena Nails is, like, talk about nutty. She's amazingly nutty, but in such a great way. You need to watch her videos. She's been very inspirational, entertaining, and a lot of her designs are very easy to follow and copy. And the last one, I mean, there's so many people I could talk about. Selena Ryden, nail techs here in Canada. There's really a lot of people. But one I want to really mention is Talia of Talia's Nail Tales. She's the first YouTube video I ever watched. Through her, I got to learn about products I had never been told about in my nail program, suppliers, where to buy them. She does tips and tricks. She's just great, and she's been a huge inspiration to me. I really love her. And if you haven't heard from her and you're a new nail tech, you got to watch her videos. I will put the links down below this video so you'll have access to that. Next question. What's your least favorite color and piece of art to use, and what's your fave? I guess the short answer for color is yellow and orange. I like them, but more for accent than to do a whole set of nails. And as far as piece of art that eludes me, it's striping tape, like so many other nail techs. Striping tape is just so finicky to work with, but like everything, I'm going to work with it, and I love the finished look of it, and eventually I'll be able to hopefully use it so it doesn't drive me up the wall. What technique is your favorite? For me, hands down, it's marbling. I love marbling. I like stonework, and I've actually had some success at doing that, and I'll probably do a YouTube video on it at some point. Next question. How has social media helped you in all these years? Well, there's only been 2 and a bit, but as a teacher, I was on social media and I used it quite frequently. So I have the experience of using it. In terms of the nail industry, I'd say there's 3 areas. Education, 1, you can take a class, watch a class, participate in a class. There's tremendous learning opportunity through social media. The second is I can grow my business. I can reach a wide audience very quickly. I can showcase my work. I can do live demos and live videos. So it's amazing for that. And last is networking. Social media makes the world a very small place, and we can connect with people very easily. And I've made some great online friends through social media. So it's great. You need to be using social media to grow your business and your network and your education today. Question 7. What is one nail art skill that you've seen other masters, but that you haven't been able to do yourself? And I say yet. Well, for me, unfortunately, I have to say this, is French application, like pink and whites. I can do baby boomers, but the nice crisp lines on a French nail just drive me crazy. Lines is another thing. I'm working on my line art. Not sure how artistic I am, drawing faces, doing caricatures, cartoons, and everything, but I'm enrolled in a French class in November, and I'm taking multiple art courses, so I'm going to just keep learning and practicing, and hopefully when a client asks me to do a French manicure, I'm not going to lose a whole night's sleep over it, and at some point I will be able to master it. I love nail art, and I'm willing to learn anything, and I think for me, I want to become known for my stonework. That's marbling and, you know, amethyst and like Himalayan stone nails and so forth. For me, the key is to become really good at a few things, not to know a lot of things, just sort of so-so. Question 8, starting today, if money and time were no object, if you had to stop doing nails, what would you do instead? Retire to a beach somewhere with a margarita in my hand and a martini in another? No. Seriously, I love doing nails. So for me, I'd want to stay in the nail industry. I'd like to open a nail school, or maybe develop my own line of nail products. Whatever, I'd like to stay within the nail industry because I know it's hokey, but I really love it. If I could take a magic genie and do anything, then I would have a great singing voice, and I'd go on The Voice, and I'd meet Blake Shelton and Adam Levine, and okay, never mind. Let's get back to this. Okay, question 9. What do you think is the next best trend in nail art, something we haven't seen? That's a tough question. I have no clue. More stoneworks, something from nature maybe. I'd like to bring in personalized nails into my business. I've got a little bit of proficiency in calligraphy, handwriting, so I don't know, maybe something like that. I don't know, really no clue. On to the next question. What are some of your nail goals that you set for yourself in this coming year? Okay, that's easy. Become better at French. I'm enrolled in a class already for November. Grow my client base. That's probably number 1. Grow my YouTube and online social media presence. Become an educator at some point for a line. I don't know if it's going to happen this year, but I've set the goal. And definitely work on my photography skills, because my pictures, I need better lighting and so forth. And the same goes with my YouTube videos because of the glare on my glasses. So anyway, and there's a bonus question. And the bonus question is, what do you think, why do you think nails is considered bottom of the barrel? Everyone is willing to pay $100 and upward for a set of lashes, and then there's maintenance after that, but yet they balk at, or they gasp at paying $60 and upwards for a good set of nails. Well, I think this is a challenge that faces every nail tech out there. And in my opinion, the industry became known for cheap nails. Why? A lot has to do with non-standardized salons that began offering cheap nails on a volume basis. The idea was get as many people in the door as possible for cheap pricing. The nail industry has grown up, but the old style way of doing nails is, I think, still catching up in some of these non-standardized salon. And non-standardized, I mean by not living up to today's professionally trained nail techs. So that would be areas of sanitation and just a lot of the practices that were taught today that weren't initially. I think this is a sophisticated industry, and that takes tremendous skill, and it takes tremendous skill to become good and proficient. It takes a ton of education, and it takes practice, and it takes time to learn all the amazing nail trends. And because it's fashion, it's changing from at least season to season, from holiday to holiday. So I think it comes down to educating the public. Every client who sits at my desk gets a little bit of education. They get a little bit of product knowledge, they get a little bit of science behind the nails, and they get a little bit of info on safety and cleanliness and sanitation and so forth. So I believe the key lies with us nail techs, to reverse this thinking by, first of all, charging what we're worth, and that cheap nails aren't nice and nice nails aren't cheap. I mean, well-known saying, but it's true. And I'm going to certainly be exploring this in other videos. So now it's time to tag, and I'm going to tag Megan of Toronto Nail Prodigy, Jlynnenails, Nails by Jay, she's one of my Instagram buddies, Charlie Welsh, and Kate of Nail.Kandy. You ladies, tag, you're it, and we want to hear from you. And anybody else, whether you're new or experienced, tag yourself. I think this is a great idea. I hope it goes beyond Canada's borders. We'd love to hear from you. So thank you for watching. I hope that you'll like and please subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.